Tommy Morrison had a nasty left hook.
Punches fast. I'm not exactly sure.
That's the way you draw it up.
And another left hand, and down goes Williams for the second knockdown of the fight. And this time he's hurt a little bit more badly.
In this video, we dive deep into the redneck beast that was Tommy Morrison as we showcase his greatest knockouts. Morrison turned pro just 6 months out of high school, and on the 12th of January, 1989, the 19-year-old showcased what would be a signature punch going forward in his pro career, a brutal left hook delivered to the skull of poor old Joe Adams. Elvin Evans would fall to the same fate in Tommy's next fight.
Tommy Morrison impresses the Detroit fans with an awesome display of punching power.
I mean, I'm in tip-top shape. You know, I always am. I've been working hard trying to improve on my lateral movement, moving my head. So I'm definitely in good shape, and I think things will work out the way we want them to.
Morrison would come up against a hungry young rookie like himself, Traore Ali.
So far, Ali starts with Sam Rosen.
As we have this heavyweight bout underway.
Tommy backed up Ali and like a lion started stalking his prey, just waiting for an opportunity for a left hook.
Good movement. Morrison 2 or 3 rounds.
Boy, left, right, he just hits with everything.
Yeah, this kid started boxing when he was about 10 years old. He's got almost...
Ali would become the first opponent to survive the first round against Tommy. At the end of the third round, Ali would be saved by the bell as he gets dropped with a 3-punch combination.
There it is. Come on, punch. That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa, delayed reaction on that one. And Fred Yusi asks Ali, is he okay?
In on the inside. Now he's going to work his hands free. Left hook, right uppercut.
Frustrated with letting his opponent last this long, Tommy came out in the fourth like a man possessed. He put everything into his punches, looking to take the head off Ali.
Morrison senses blood. He just better not get too careless, though.
With Ali up against the ropes, Morrison times a beautifully placed uppercut.
Finish it. Yep. Good right uppercut. Oh, that was up for him. He's hurt.
And he's staggered.
Barely able to stand after beating the 10 count, Morrison unloads a barrage of punches as the ref has no choice but to stop the fight.
I think he's going to stop it now. Morrison will be the winner. I still think he hears bees buzzing and bells ringing.
In his 14th professional fight, Tommy showed that he's not just a headhunter as he displayed exceptional body work.
Morrison misses with his first left hand that did manage to clear the mosquitoes out of here.
You saw a videotape as a courtesy to a friend of Tyson and liked it because of the left hook.
Good body shot, practically double. There was the left hook, and it hurt Robinson, who doubles up. Wisely goes back to the body.
And he doesn't have the mobility to get out of the way here, and he's a sitting duck and gets maximum power into that.
After taking all the brutal body shots, Robinson goes down at the end of the first round.
Morrison just doing a great job of the body, and Robinson goes down. First round not over yet. It's left. It won't take much more. Robinson is in trouble again. Robinson somehow got through the round.
Robinson was covering up for dear life in the second round. Morrison showed no mercy as he kept hammering at the body to get the finish by TKO.
Puncher. But if all you can do is...
Huge body shot.
It's the kind of thing you wake up the next day and you might have a broken bone.
Steve Smoker wisely stops this fight. And Tommy Morrison has a second-round TKO.
Just 2 weeks later, Tommy stopped Jesse Shelby with a left hook, right hook combination.
Southpaw as a professional.
question. It is an amateur. He lost in the Olympic trials. A big right hand. May not make it up. I don't think he's going to let it go on, no. And Tommy Morrison remains unbeaten.
When we first introduced you to boxer Tommy the Duke Morrison last fall, he was being touted as the future heavyweight champion of the world. But something happened to Tommy on the way to boxing stardom. Movie stardom. A movie producer heard about Tommy and decided that since his granduncle was John Wayne, that acting as well as fighting was in his blood. And now Tommy is training for the biggest fight of all, as Sylvester Stallone's protege in Rocky V. But after you see Tommy fight, you may think Stallone could use some lessons from him.
After amassing a record of 21-0 with 17 finishes in just 11 months, he was set to star in Rocky V, where his popularity was catapulted to the next level. Tommy Morrison was now a household name, with a whole new audience tuning in to watch him fight. He continued his dominating performances in the ring. The next victim, Mike AC. In just under a minute, Morrison times a powerful right hand that has AC questioning his life choices.
We'll see. Down to one knee from a right hand. 5, 6. Oh, way to go in this round.
AC bravely fights on, but Morrison decides it's time for the famous left hook to come into the mix.
He's laying down. He's landing. That was a left hand. There is a 3 knockdown rule. 5. The right eye of Morrison.
The ref clearly wanting to see a murder in the ring.
If I was a betting man, I'd say yes. There it goes. So much for that. Target practice.
And just like that, a minute and a half into the first round, the fight was over, with Tommy barely breaking a sweat. Morrison took a step up in competition for his next fight. He faced James Tillis, the first man to ever go the distance with a prime Mike Tyson. Although Tillis, a little older now, wasn't given much of a chance to go the distance with this redneck beast. And it didn't take long for the left hook to do its magic.
Really to get himself back in. The good left hand, down goes Tillis.
I guess he does have a good left hook.
Morrison tasted blood and was on the hunt. He had Tillis on the back foot. He landed a left hook, right hand, before dropping him with a powerful uppercut.
Uppercut, down goes Tillis.
To Tillis's credit, he got up quickly again, but he knew he was a defeated man and that this wasn't going the distance. He had felt Tyson's punches in his prime, but this was different. This redneck beast Tommy Morrison was a different animal.
That's it. Expedition's never been very good.
Tommy's team took one step further for his next fight, this time against former WBC heavyweight champion Pinklon Thomas. Thomas had also fought the likes of Tyson, Holyfield, and Riddick Bowe. A minute into the fight, the former champion, just like everyone else that fought Morrison, was in deep trouble. A huge cut appeared above the eyebrow.
Thomas is already cut.
Over his right eye, and it is a nasty cut.
Some big exposed, and there's that wicked punch.
Unlike most of Tommy's previous opponents after getting hurt, Thomas held his own and stood in the center of the ring, not taking a backward step and willing to trade with Morrison.
Going to fight this fight as if it were his last, and it should be. It is over. Pinklon Thomas will not come out.
The cut was so bad that the doctor waved the fight off in between rounds.
After one.
And here is the punch. That's the one that opened up the cut. Tommy, you said that you're disappointed. Why?
Well, after you work so hard for a fight, you put all the blood, sweat, and tears, and you know what I'm talking about. And to come, I'll take them whenever and as easy as I can get them. But I was hoping that this would give me the opportunity to show some of the people what I've been improving on, and I think I did. I'm sharp and everything, but I felt like I wanted to get into the 5th, 6th, 7th round and see where my conditioning was, and also show people where my conditioning was.
After losing his first world title fight against Ray Mercer, Morrison looked to get back to his winning ways and eventually to another title shot. First in line was Bobby Quarry. Quarry made it into the second round before being stopped with a right hand.
There was the uppercut.
In all fairness to Bobby Quarry,
Right hand, down he goes.
I don't think he's getting up.
Well, you don't draw it up any more perfect than that one.
Quarry is hardly moved.
back in the win column, and it was time to keep the train rolling. This time with a 5th round TKO over Jerry Halstead.
Before he gets a chance to grab on. Good combination. And hurt. That's it. That's it. And a good call from Toby Gibson. Good call. Halstead said, "Where am I if I'm not mistaken?" But he didn't wait for the pervert.
Next up was 6'5" Kimmel Odom. Morrison walked him down for as long as the fight lasted, not intimidated by Odom's 6-foot frame.
About him is so you can improve your skills, which Morrison has really been working on. Under his left eye, on the cheeks.
The left hook lands and the end of round 2, but Odom is saved by the bell.
I'm not exactly guard though. That's the way you draw it up. I mean, that just caved Camille Odom. Fight Joe Hip, more representative and tougher guys than Camille Odom.
Tommy cramps him up against the ropes and lands another knockdown with another left hook.
What Morrison is throwing, you see he's counting. Came behind him. They're not going to stop it, are they right now? No.
And it was now only a matter of time before the ref would step in and end this massacre.
Tommy Morrison, get in here right now! Oh, Mom. And there's another left hook.
Ed Morrison is good. Real good.
It was just announced Tommy Morrison will fight former champion George Foreman for the WBO heavyweight championship.
See the 2 heaviest hitters in boxing clash for the WBO heavyweight championship Monday, June 7th, live on pay-per-view.
After 2 wins in 1993, Morrison found himself fighting for the WBO title again, against heavyweight boxing legend George Foreman. The bout was promoted as a match between 2 of boxing's hardest punchers. Neither fighter scored a knockdown, nor had their opponent in any real danger, with Morrison winning a smart and tactical decision. Morrison defended his title 1 time before losing to unknown Michael Bent in a tune-up fight before he was set to face Lennox Lewis. Morrison took Bent lightly and was even seen drinking the night before the fight at a concert. After some soul-searching, Tommy was able to bounce back with 7 wins and 1 draw that earned him a title shot with Lennox Lewis, where he would ultimately get stopped. But the fight before, Morrison would have his last unknowingly great knockout victory over Donovan Ruddock.
There are the many, many, many fans here for Tommy Morrison.
The fight did not start well for Tommy as Ruddock drops him with a short uppercut.
Nice uppercut by Ruddock. Oh, there goes Morrison!
The punch only seemed to wake up the redneck beast, and now it was time for war as Morrison started answering back.
Very little. There's Morrison with the uppercut.
So to this point, Ruddock did not parlay his knockdown.
Deep into the 2nd round, it was Morrison's turn to test the chin of Ruddock.
But he still paid for it.
Oh, he hurt Ruddock. Razor Ruddock got rocked by the same punch that knocked Morrison down.
With the gloves on the top of the rope being used as a support.
Morrison had a big advantage there that they took away from him. Round 2, it's Morrison's turn to hurt Ruddock.
Both men had hurt one another in each of the first 2 rounds. The fight was scheduled for 12 rounds, but no one could see this going the distance.
Ruddock really does it. Morrison
uppercut from Morrison comes back. No, he's got Ruddock hurt. Left hook. Razor Ruddock is hurt, not Morrison. But Ruddock is talking to him.
That the fight will go all the way.
But Ruddock landing some big shots here in this round. He's unable to do that. Big hook by Ruddock.
Heading into round 6, both men were exhausted.
Ruddock has fought once in the...
But after another wild exchange, it was Morrison who finally landed the left hook clean to drop Ruddock in spectacular fashion.
Ruddock may have hurt Morrison. He's knocked up! Down goes Razor Ruddock!
The crowd were on their feet as they cheered on their hometown hero as he went for the kill.
That's the knockdown. That's a lot of time for Ruddock to kill. See the standing 8, not in effect here.
Morrison is nailing him though.
Seconds, and it's a long one.
Oh my, it's over.
The ref had seen enough and stopped the fight, Morrison with one of his most famous victories in front of his home crowd.
But the 3 knockdown rule comes up to bite him.
Along with the victory, he captured the IBF heavyweight title, but this was the last meaningful win of Morrison's career.
Lands all that, right against the canvas.
After testing positive for HIV in 1996, Tommy Morrison's world came crashing down. The Nevada State Athletic Commission suspended him, and just like that, the Duke was forced out of boxing overnight. As his career faded, Tommy's life spiraled out of control. He battled substance abuse, faced multiple arrests, and found himself fighting a different kind of war, one outside the ring. Still, he refused to accept defeat. Morrison denied his diagnosis, calling it a mistake, clinging to hope for one last comeback. But the magic, the speed, the power, it was gone. On September 1st, 2013, Tommy Morrison passed away at just 44 years old. A wild life, a tragic fall, and a legacy that reminds us, no matter how hard you hit, life can hit even harder.